Gwande. Being mortal. You can just look up being mortal on the internet and you're likely to find his name coming up. Boy, he's a good author. I stole some of his ideas.
He's a physician who started looking at how older people were being treated and talks a lot about how, that Randy's right, that's where a lot of this came from. It's an excellent book.
So, talk to your relatives and think through yourself. If you don't, the medical experts will prevail. And those systems generally fail to meet people's personal goals and their desires. One study found that medical MDs overstated a patient's survival time by 63%. Yeah, they really thought you were going to live a lot longer. Instead, you died sooner.
I think some people lie just because they think that's what you want to hear and it makes them feel better. But if you don't know anything about it.
The average survival time was 53% too high. And these were people making good judgments based on your medical records. Furthermore, a lot of doctors, oncologists especially, suggested put people on treatments that they thought wouldn't really help. You know, cancer stuff. Well, yeah, you can try this. You know, another group of radiation treatments for you. This is only the third one. Maybe this will get it this time. Well, enter hospice. Enter hospice. Elder care for conditions that aren't, when you know you're near the end of life. Usually, hospice is arranged for people who the estimate is that you have 6 months or less. But actually, hospice tends to extend life. Hospice survival rates go up for lung cancer, for congestive heart failure, for a variety of things. What is hospice? You know about that, I guess. Workers try to learn what is important to the elder person. They try to provide information and advice on the best ways of getting what you want. You know, the question becomes, if time is short, what is most important to you? If time is short,
I'm sorry.
what is most important to you?
It's not a one-size-fits-all then.
No, it isn't. They're specially trained to bring up those questions. By the way, in preparing for this, I began to think, maybe I'll volunteer to do some hospice care. That might be a good thing for each of you to think about. If you've got volunteer time, here it is. In 1945, only 17% wanted hospice care. That's 1945. Did I say 25? 45.
Said 45.
By 2010, 45% died in hospice care. So, you know, that's a huge upsurge. People want that more. We are changing. want doctor information instead of doctor knows best. We want to know how the story of our lives works out as a whole. As we age, we have time to act, to shape our stories. However, with increasing time, the limits become narrower and narrower. But most people have priorities beyond merely being safe and just living longer. Beyond merely being in a medical facility where a whole bunch of attention is paid to you and you're getting all these kind of drugs and you're going to live a little bit longer, they think. What are your fears and your hopes for yourself as you grow old? What trade-offs are you willing to make with pain and survival time? There can be a real trade-off there. You take too many meds, yeah, your pain goes, but your survival time is diminished with opioids and other kinds of things. So, I remember a best friend, Al Yeomans, who used to be president here, who Evelyn here. Dear girl spent every day, all day and all night with him. And his last months, I spent a fair amount of time, but not like she did.
And Dave Thompson spent a lot of time.
Pardon?
And Dave spent a lot of time
Yeah.
too.
And I spent a great deal of time with him before his dying days, running around to hospitals and doctors and sometimes spending a couple of weeks away from home while he was making appointments and so forth. And he had hospice care at the end. And he died at home. And he had a drip with opiates. And near the end, he opened it up wider, and yes, that decreased the time of his living. Sorry for laughing. He used to love watching old westerns. And, you know, Marshall Dillon and Kitty, the bar owner. I don't know if you know anything. They were oftentimes talking with each other, and I would whisper to Al, Marshall Dillon just married Kitty. Of course, that never happened. We want to live beyond being just safe and living longer. So, I want to pass out something to each of you. And I'll just rapidly go over this because you're going to have a copy. These are priorities. Here's a list of priorities to consider as you get old and frail. Whoops. One page. I wanted to fit them all on one page so that some of the wording may be awkward. This is something that you might check off have the choices. Remember what's important to you. And maybe even if you're in an assisted living facility or something like that, and you hand one of the staff people this kind of thing, they might take a little extra care, maybe. Okay, priorities. I'm just going to read through those very rapidly. Living at home for as long as possible. Die at home if I wish. Hospice care at home or at a hospice center if I request it. Another one is I do not want to live in any facility unless staff recognized by individuality, give choices, and allow me to make mistakes. Some of these may be, not possible. But hey, there are a lot of assisted living facilities around, and there are a lot of differences in them. I've been to several VA elderly care places, and there are differences there. They generally do a pretty good job at VA, but there are differences. There are differences in facilities.
Some of them are even income-based. Some really nice ones
Yes.
are income-based.
I want to live in a complex with no more than 16 men and women if living away from home is necessary. Let's see, you can establish friendships, you get a group of people and get to know them. Private room all to myself with TV, radio, closet, and cabinets.
I would add there that you should have the ability to be able to lock your room,
That's a good one too, yeah.
and that the staff can have a key to get in your room,
Yeah.
because they had people wandering the halls at Greystone, and they would just come to my mom's room, and she couldn't do anything, but she couldn't get up and walk or do anything. And these people were really just annoying and would take stuff, and,
Wow.
so,
Good point.
and they were mobile.
Good point, Debbie. Very good. You always bring up good points.
Well, I've lived through this.
Experience.
Yeah, you have. But I've lived longer than you, so
But they
there.
didn't wanna lock the room, but they should've, maybe just had a skeleton key for all the rooms so they can get in and out if necessary, but to keep the other people out who didn't need to be in my mother's room out.
I can remember going, when I was visiting some of these places and family would be concerned, they don't seem to notice my mom and my dad. And I would say things to them like, get to know some of the staff members. Give them a present. Find out when their birthday is. Talk about their family a little bit. And maybe you'll get a little bit more from them. Hey, give a little, take a little. So, my choice on where I eat or snack, on when I eat or snack. I choose bedtime and get-up time. Aid with dressing if I request it. Regular contact with family and friends. Freedom to make mistakes. And we talked about that. Ability and supplies to make my own meals if I choose. Boy, that's a big one. And that really has to do with a lot of autonomy issues. Wearing my own clothes. See a lawyer of my choice. Ability to go out and about independently, like shopping or to a movie or a restaurant.